Hey everyone, so recently one of our subscribers, Neha Singh Thakur, cracked a Java backend developer interview at Airtel, right? And guys, I'll add her LinkedIn profile in the description if she permits. Okay. So guys, Neha has around 4 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices and also REST APIs. Okay. And as always, I'll tell you the exactly what the interviewer was expecting. So you don't just to know the questions, you know how to approach it. And guys, before we begin, if you are actively preparing for Java or Spring Boot interviews and want real interview experiences from real companies, then hit that subscribe button right now. I post these type of videos regularly and they are completely free. Okay. So Neha applied through Naukri this time. She got a call from a technical recruiter within about 3 to 4 days. The initial screening was very quick. They asked about her tech stack, current CTC, expected CTC, notice period and location preferences like Noida or Pune. Okay, she was open to it and they scheduled her interviews, right? So basically, she had total 3 rounds. Let's start with the first round. The initial 50 minutes was just introductions and project discussions. Okay, and after asking a few follow ups on projects, interviewer asked that you have been working on this project for over a year. Okay, tell me, was there ever a situation where something worked perfectly on your local machine but completely broke in the production, right? And guys, this question is very important because it's not a theoretical question. Okay, here the interviewer just want to test your real experiences. So the answer would be yes, we faces this situation several times and it mostly happens due to the environment specific configuration differences, right? Missing environment variables, different JVM versions or a race condition that only showed up under load. Okay, Neha talked about a bug where a scheduled job worked locally but failed silently in the production because enable scheduled annotation was missing from the production configuration class. Okay, guys, an interviewer asked your team has a shared hash map inside a singleton beam that stored some user session data temporarily. Okay, after a load test, users started seeing each other's data, right? Your tech lead asked you to explain what went wrong in the team meeting. So, what would you say? So guys, this is a proper thread safety question. So the expected answer would be that a singleton bean is created once and shared across all requests. Okay, hash map is not thread safe. When multiple threads try to read and write concurrently, you get corrupted data. A thread may see partial writes or stale entries. The fix is very simple. Either use concurrent hash map, which uses segment level locking, or synchronized map. Okay. Guys, then interviewer asks in your transactional annotation methods, if you call one transactional method from another method within the same class, do you think the transaction will behave the way you expect? Okay. And have you ever faced this situation? Right. So, guys, this is a classic tricky question. And Neha said that she had actually faced this in her project. Okay. So, the expected answer would be when method calls another method within the same class, it bypasses the Spring proxy. Okay. So, the inner's method transactional annotation is completely ignored. Right. Only the outer transaction applies. The fix is very simple. We have to move the inner method to a separate service class or use aspect J weaving instead of proxy based AOP. Okay. Neha told that interviewer exactly how her team had debugged this. Right. And guys, before moving ahead, I want to share something important with you. Many of you ask me, sir, how do I actually prepare for these kind of scenario based question? So, guys, let me tell you about our interview preparation kit. This kit has four main parts, right? First is complete interview preparation material. It is a step-by-step content made by me, experienced professional, and MNC's interviewers. Okay, and covers 99% of what gets asked in real interviews. Okay, second is two real enterprise client projects. Full code and recorded sessions are there, and you can actually add this in your resume, right? And third is lifetime chat support. It means ask doubts anytime, any day, right? Fourth is referral support. We actively help you to get referred to the top MNCs. Okay, and guys, this material is organized by experience level and covers Java, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data JPA, microservices, Kafka, Maven, Git, and Stream API coding questions, and many more. Okay, links are in the description below. Now, moving to our interview experience. Guys, and the interviewer asks, how do you make sure your APIs don't break existing clients when your team releases a new version? right? Walk me through your approach, and assuming you cannot force all clients to upgrade immediately. Okay, so basically there are multiple strategies exist. First is URI versioning, like API v1 and API v2, and the second is header based versioning using a custom accept header. Neha said her team used URI versioning and had a deprecation policy. Old versions stayed alive for 6 months with a documentation of what was changing and consumer notifications. The interviewer appreciated that she thought about it from the consumer's perspective, not just as a developer. Okay. Then, guys, interviewer asked, imagine you have a three microservices. First one is order service, second one is payment service, and third one is notification service. A user places an order, the system has to detect inventory, charge the customer, and send a confirmation email, right? All as a part of the business operation. Okay. Now, what if the payment succeeds? Inventory gets detected, but the email notification fails. How do you handle this? Okay, so guys, this is a saga pattern question. The interviewer didn't say explain saga. He gave Neha a situation and wanted her to discuss about saga pattern. Okay, so the expected answer is, in our distributed microservices architecture, we cannot wrap multiple services in a single database transaction, right? The saga pattern solves this by breaking it into the sequence of local transactions, each publishing an event. Okay, if step fails, compensating transaction undo the previous step. Okay, for example, if notification fails, you can retry it asynchronously. It's not a critical. Okay, but if payment fails, you trigger a compensating transactions to restore inventory, right? There are two styles basically. First is choreography, where service reacts to the events independently, right? Second is orchestration, where a central orchestrator drives the flow. Okay, Neha said that she would use Kafka plus orchestration for better visibility and control. Then interviewer asked, you deployed your service on Friday evening, right? By Saturday morning, your on-call teams reports HTTP 500 errors. Your own service looks fine, but a downstream service, it depends on, is flaky. By Saturday afternoon, your own service sets pool is completely exhausted and it's crashed too. So what would happen and what should have been in place to prevent this? Okay, so guys, this is a cascading failure scenario. The solution is a circuit breaker pattern. When a downstream service is slow or failing, threads in your service stacks up waiting for the responses. Okay, eventually all threads are blocked and your service goes down too. Okay, resilience 4J prevents this. When failure crosses a threshold, the circuit opens, request fail false, and the failback is written instead of waiting, right? After a timeout, it enters a half open state to the test recovery. Neha also mentioned thread pool isolation and connection timeouts as a secondary defenses. Okay, so guys, this was the first round, and in the second round, interview started from coding. Okay, first question was, you have a list of strings. Without using any built-in sorting method, find the top two most frequently occurring words. Right. So guys, here Neha used a hash map to count the frequencies, then iterated to extract the top two, handling ties by collecting all words with matching frequency. She explained her approach verbally first, then coded it. The interviewer then asked her to handle edge cases like empty list or all ties. Then she covered them all. Okay. And the second question was, using Java 8 stream, you have a list of transaction objects. Each has an amount, a date, and a category. Okay, so you have to find the total transaction amount per category, but only for transactions that happened in the last 30 days, right? So guys, basically this test streams collectors dot grouping by, collectors dot summing double, plus date filter together. Neha filtered date first using streams dot filter, then grouped by category using collectors dot grouping by, right? And some amount with collectors dot summing double, right? And the interviewer was very satisfied. Then guys, interviewer asked, you have 12 microservices, each on its own database. Service A needs the data, lives in the service B's database. So how do you get that data across without ever giving a service A direct access to service B's database? So the expected answer would be, never allow cross database access. That breaks the bounded context principle. There are two approaches here, right? First is synchronous. Service A calls service B via REST or gRPC, and service B returns the data, right? Second is asynchronous. Service B publishes event data that service A consumes, storing a local copy. We can call it eventual consistency. Then guys, interview ask some basic microservice questions like advantages of microservices, monolithic versus microservices, basic design patterns of microservices like circuit pattern, resilience, etc. Right? You can answer accordingly. Okay. So this was the second round, guys, second technical round. And now let's start with the HR round. Okay. And guys, if you are finding this video helpful, please do drop a comment. It motivates me to bring more of these, right? And check the description for the interview preparation kit links. Okay. So guys, Neha said she remembers only few questions of the HR round, not all. Okay. So now I am going to share those few questions. First question was, Neha, you have spent with your current company for over 3 years. That's a good run. That's a good thing. So tell me honestly, what is that they are not giving you that you are hoping to find here in our company? And the second question was, tell me about a time something you built went wrong in the production. What happened and what did you do? Right. And the third question was, how do you feel about working with global clients? We have the teams in the UK and Singapore. Okay. Fourth question was, what's the salary expectations? The most important question. And guys, there were many more, but Neha told me only these. And within 10 days, Neha received her official offer letter from Airtel. And guys, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It genuinely motivates me to keep bringing these real interview experiences to you. If you want me to cover a specific company or topic, drop it in the comments, right? I read every single one. Okay. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it right now because I post content like this regularly and completely free. Okay. All the best for your interviews. Thank you so much. Bye bye.